Cool. All right. All right. So tell me your name.
Melissa.
Melissa. How old are you, Melissa?
37.
37 years old. And so tell me your situation right now.
Well, we were in the building at 340, but before that, I wasn't there. The person who owned my house out in Colton sold the house. It was more of like, I think they were upset at me for not doing any more projects with them, type of, So it was like last minute. Then me and my 2 kids, we were in the car for 3 months. But my daughter's father was staying in the building. It was already condemned, but he still lived there, so we ended up going there because I got really sick in the car, one day. So that's how I ended up at 340.
I see. So you were living in Colton, and then you lost the house, started living out your car, and now you're out here. So do you have any family? Yeah. I know you have kids, right? So where's your kids at?
They're at school.
How old are they?
Jason's 16 and Jada's 9.
Okay, and they still stay with you, or? Okay, so they're so when you're on the street, they're on the street with you. If you got a hotel room, they're in the hotel room with you.
Luckily, we haven't been on the street yet, so I'm not. The car was the street for me, but that was before we came to the 340. But once they shut that down, we've been on the room ever since. That was at the 17th. So day after day,
And how are your boys? I mean, how are your kids dealing with this?
Oh, they're resilient. They're like little soldiers. They keep me going, actually.
Are they? They doing good in school?
Yeah, you can always be better with that, but absolutely so.
Yeah, that's important. That's the only way to get out of, poverty is to try to, stick with those books,
Right.
So I'm glad that you still got your kids with you.
Thank you. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
It must be a real struggle.
It is, because I've never really dealt with that. And it was scary in the car, really. That was the main thing.
Right.
But they just towed my car from that property too, so that's the best. This part is hard for me, I ain't gonna lie. But I'm just happy that I do have enough money for another room, so when the kids get out, at the same time they'll be available to get another room.
Okay.
So it is hard though,
And so were you able to get them stuff for school clothes, school supplies, that kind of stuff? Because that takes a toll on parents. I know.
Yeah, 1 second, I'm dehydrated. The Goodwill was my friend, it was cheaper to do it that way, seeing that we didn't know where we were going to be. They gave us 3 days, so it was kind of like left field.
Okay.
It was kind of left field, but luckily, God is just good, because this has been falling into place. I'm just going to tell you this piece really quick, because I think it's important to add for those who might need a little encouragement. So we had to leave on the 17th, and then, nobody has first of the month money or anything like that at that point. Right. But I remember there was a time when I was being patient. When you heard about all the fraud with the food stamp cards? Yeah, that happened to me, completely gone. But that was in May. I was just being patient, I know they're working diligently, it's a lot, but it happened to get handled literally right as we needed it. So, and all of it was cash. They took the food stamps too. So I was like, that's been a blessing to, night after night. But it is hard because it's you need a certain foundation in order to start, finding a remedy.
That's right.
For the situation. And that's hard for me because it's you want to go back to the drawing board, get the pen in the pad. But now you're worried about it. Okay. You can't sleep. It's you feel like you're not being productive. It's just too much. Not being productive, and then you gotta check out. So, you know what I'm saying? It's and then no one's really doing weeklies and stuff like that because COVID. I get it, but it's a bounce around. I can see where it takes a toll, But I'm grateful.
Okay. And so tell me about yourself. Where did you grow up?
Well, from Pasadena, California, but I came out here at 13.
Okay.
So I'm half and half, hybrid.
Did you come out here with mom and dad, or?
My mom, actually, but my mom now is in Utah. Really, Melissa? Seattle, Washington with my older brother.
I see.
And then my sister is out here. She has her own, things that she deals with.
Yeah. And so, do they know that you're out here on the street?
I would want to say yes, but being realistic, probably not.
Okay.
But if they were to see this, we're fine, That's all I could kind of say, because I kind of don't understand certain aspects of those things as well. But
Okay.
I do love them. They know I've left with that.
And so, are you trying to do anything to get yourself out of this situation?
I am. I'm a part of like every program you could think of. I have workers in those programs. What else? It's like I was already like an independent contractor, you know, prior to that. Yes, I can go get a job anywhere around here, apply. But without the foundation of knowing I'm going to sleep, I have a really strong work ethic, so that part is still kind of blurry for me.
Right.
So I'm just kind of like leaning more so on the resources, which is a little scarce right now. But, you know, with all time, I guess, all things with time.
Yeah, I don't know too many people that, you know, struggle the way you do and still able to hold a job, because it's kind of impossible.
And I don't play with that. I don't play with that.
Yeah. So if anybody sees this and wants to help you out, do you have any contact information, any email, social media, anything like that?
Yeah, I don't really use my social media, though I have one, Melissa Grant. Maybe one day I'll check it, but my email is probably the most efficient. Melissa.Grant, J as in John 316 at Gmail. That's all.
Okay. And so, if you had one wish, what would that be?
To just still try to find a state of peace within my mind, no matter what I'm going through, because that's gonna be the only way I can get clarity at the end of the day.
All right.
Really, that is a good wish.
Okay. Well, I hope the best for you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. Thank you for talking to me.
No problem. I don't do cameras. Ooh, I don't do cameras.
All right.
I'm like, ooh, why is me smiling back at me?